Alright people, so let me show y'all how I do, we're going to switch out the connectors to Dean's connectors on this series connector, or whatever you call it. I'm not sure if it's a series. But anyway, I want to change it to Dean's so I can run my two 2S lipos. Alright, so I already cut the end off. Basically what I do, let me turn y'all a little bit.
I mean, there's no room for anything with all this charge pipe and all the pro charger stuff.
Alright, basically what I do is I'm just going to trim the end real quick.
Alright, so let's start from the back that I originally wanted. But want to weld these all vertical. Get these tacked on. I'm only tacking them because I have to pull them back off. When I get all the tubes made, I got to individually pull them off so I can weld all the way around. Otherwise, I'm going to never get in the joints that are all weird.
Alright, so we got the female here. Generally the cross, the one on top is going to be the one that's horizontal, or the one that's in the trash can. Damn it. These are the ones I use, guys. They're Common Sense RC. They're good. You got a pack here. A 4-pack is $3.99.
Everything's locked where it needs to be. I'll put the rest of the tubes in there. Make sure it fits. If it does, then we're done.
Alright, so as I was saying, the positive generally is the horizontal bar, and the negative is going to be the vertical bar.
My buddy Brad's putting together this bike. He's looking for something to push this thing over the top. So he asked me to put some gnarly cuts on these jugs and heads. I put a full day in doing these gnarly cuts. There's over 1,000 cuts in these things. I think they look amazing. I hope Brad does too.
Okay.
Hey man, what's happening? That's the ticket right there, huh? Yeah, you like them?
Alright, so what I do first, guys, I've already cleaned my gun off.
Definitely gonna look right on the project we're working on for sure. I think Justin killed it.
With some flux.
What's this going in? This is an 06 Road King. Most everything
Okay.
in this game, and
So what we're going to do is we're just going to
detail too. It's
get some solder on the gun.
it's all about those fine details that makes each bike different from the next one. My customers gonna love it. Yeah, can't wait for you to see the bike.
Put some on the end there.
Really gonna make this bike sing. I don't know, man. It's always nice to see
We usually
customers
do the
happy.
same thing
Customers are your friends. That makes it even better.
on the wire.
Thanks again, man. Hey, thank you. Thanks. I'll help you carry these out. Yeah, right on. We are putting the last parts on. You know what that means? Tell me, what's it mean? You're just trying to go.
Okay.
30 seconds. Finally, this thing's going back together.
And I'll go ahead and get this set up.
Right there. Rear end's going in. Four-link bars are going in. Sway bar. Coilovers. That's so good. So we can make it dig. We can go side to side. The sway bar's going to stop the car from going like this. What's it keep it from doing? Rolling, 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 rolling.
I always forget this part, guys. Make sure you get your
Why wouldn't it just do what it's supposed to do if you're putting up?
make sure you get your shrink on there.
And nothing is working together.
Exactly. Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
I need to sharpen my knife.
What's up with your partner?
Shrink tube's actually pretty hard to cut.
Reflection. Only pay for what you need.
This is the couple
Get your
who
shrink
wanted
on
to
there.
who used Expedia to book the vacation.
Go ahead and line it
which
up.
led to the discovery that sometimes a little downtime can
Then
lift you
just
right
hit
up.
it from the bottom.
Expedia, everything you need to go.
Heat up the solder.
I'm proud of you, my man. Making simple, smart cashback choices. With Quicksilver from Capital One, you're earning unlimited 1.5% cashback on every purchase everywhere. Like on that new laptop, Quicksilver keeps things simple, Gary. And smart, like you. I like that.
Because I'm pretty smart. Don't let that go to your
That's
head.
that.
What's in your wallet?
Target
Just let that cool for a minute. Sometimes I'll put a little on top.
And pick up their entire list in store or have it delivered to your door. Target School List Assist for every school list.
At AutoZone, you get what you need when you need it. Got a two-day job? Pick it up free same day as your local others. More of a tomorrow project? Order as late as 10 p.m. with free next day delivery. Getting the job done just got easier. Ready to upgrade your appliances? Today is the day for doing it. The Home Depot makes it easy to save now. Compare options and fuel your team for less. Shop hundreds of special offers like $1,900 off this LG kitchen package. The Home Depot. More save, more doing. At Domino's, we're more than just pizza for $5.99.
Let her cool down.
$5.99 sandwiches, $5.99 pastas, $5.99 chicken, and yes, $5.99.
I'll usually get them both connected,
You don't have to either.
and then I will get on there very good.
We owe it to them and ourselves to fight back. Without the key to force factor, it's never been easier. Just one small pill a day for a serious boost in total testosterone. Alpha King is on the rise at GNC, but you can claim a complimentary bottle by texting DRIFT to 809-809. More lean muscle for your workouts, more energy to power through the day, and more passionate drive so you can move to the bedroom. It's no wonder thousands of men across America trust Alpha King to fuel their performance. Just text DRIFT to 809-809 for your complimentary bottle, a $35 value. Respond in the next 10 minutes for your chance to also snag a bottle of Score, our #1 performance libido enhancer. That's DRIFT to 809-809.
Okay, that should be good. Let it cool for a minute. I usually use a heat gun to do the shrink, but no reason to on this.
See, he's putting the rear hubs. Then he's gonna finish it up with the shifter block on plate.
If that's what it sounds like, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
To get the supercharger put on this motor, we had to clearance it a little bit, so we cut out the bar that we put in and relocated.
Really, if we get it wired up and fired up somewhere.
Alright, so normally I do them both at the same time. So let's go ahead and get the negative ready.
Probably ought to do one at a time, then we'll stretch it in the car.
Same deal, people.
There right another one through.
Well, that's putting on the slack.
Oh, is that as far as it goes?
Yeah.
So the fuses will stay out there?
Yeah.
Perfect, Nick. You ready to fire this thing up somehow?
The engine is done. Now I gotta build the bracket for the throttle cable. We don't have time to wait around on parts, so why not just build it ourselves?
This thing's shoehorned in here. That's for sure.
He's ready to bump it if you are. Squiggles.
Go ahead. It's not engaging the flex plate for some reason. Drop it.
So why wouldn't it just do what it's supposed to do?
It never does. But again.
It's just the wrong starter, I don't know.
Do it again. It's definitely wrong stuff.
Alright. You're putting a Chevy transmission behind a Ford motor with a custom bell housing, and nothing is working together.
You're into the starter?
Sure, that was right over here. We do have the original starter off the motor. It's here, we might as well give it a shot and see if it works.
It's too late for everything.
Looks like it.
Must use 164 tooth flex plate starter with 3/4 offset.
The issue with the starter is we're running a GM transmission.
Let it dry.
Yeah,
Let it cool.
Yeah, that's it, for sure. That's a totally different bell housing. When it adds the two together, that requires a special flywheel, which the starter has to match that flywheel to engage. a few more things we could do. Megan's gonna knock these door panels out.
I am going to use the top half of the original door panel because it's aluminum, it's nice and light, and I don't have to try to make all of these edges. So I'm drilling out some of these original holes that were there to hold on the upholstery, and we're gonna put some dimple eyes in it to give it a nice clean look. Dimple eyes are there to help make the metal stronger.
Alright guys, there you go. 2 connectors. I never said I was the best,
Shape of my
but
metal using these
it works.
scorecard as the template. The new piece will fit right on top. I'm going to put some just simple bead rolls through the bottom of it. When it comes to bead rolling, I mean, it really depends on what car you're doing. With this one being a race car, I'm just going to do some simple straight lines. That's more so going to just strengthen the panel up so that it's not bouncing around while he's racing. Not very sturdy.
There you go, people. That's all there is to it.
Still wobbles a little bit, but you can hold it nice and flat.
I'm not the best and I'm not perfect, but we can get it done. As long as you're not risking any connection to one another, you really don't want to mess around with those lipos. So try and do it as best you can. I've never had an issue before. Just make sure you get plenty of solder on there.
Uniform look, and where all the picos are is where all the rivets are going to go.
Alright guys, that's going to be it for this little one, this little video. I'm going to go ahead and do the 2 males, and then the next video we'll start gluing those Badlands. So here's the block. I've got it got everything all oiled up, good to go. Brand new bearings.
Pretty good, and I have to do a little bit of trimming to make those corners nice and round and matching the curves.
As soon as I get those wrist pin C-clips, we'll get this nitro engine built back and start breaking it in. Which means I need to hurry up and finish breaking in the other 2 engines that I'm breaking in, the Nova Rex Legend 28, number 2, and the LRP .32. I'm thinking I'm going to follow Nitro Nerd's advice and not keep it rich for so long. You know, he's seeing, I figured do my 4 heat cycles, do probably maybe 3 or 4 idle tanks, and then put it on the ground and start tuning it. He says that he's done it that way, probably not even that much. He's probably done a couple of idle tanks and some heat cycles and then threw it on the ground and put a tune on it. Yeah, he's talking about race tunes, and he said he's never had any issues. So again, that kind of goes against what we've been taught from Mr. Bodegel and others. But I don't know. His stuff seems to lay it down, you know. So maybe the next nitro engine I buy, I'm thinking about getting another Rex as well. Maybe I'll do it like that. Maybe I won't keep it rich so long. So a lot of y'all are going to be like, ugh, no, don't do that. Keep it rich. But I'm thinking, you know, your 4 heat cycles and then maybe 3 idle tanks, and then put it on the ground and put a tune on it. So probably do that with the next Rex that I get. I plan on buying 2 more Rex Legends in addition to the Roma .25 that's going to Rick at RB Mods. And then probably going to do some other engines. I'd like one of those Pico P3s to come available. I saw one about a month ago. The guy over in Australia or New Zealand or somewhere like that is the guy that puts them out on eBay. But I haven't heard anything, and I haven't seen anything. I've wanted to get one of the Hyper 30s, but I don't know. Probably not. I'll probably stick with I'm kind of wanting to stick with the Italian engines, and then any Chinaman engines I'm going to go with OS. I'll probably sample a bunch of different OSs. My buddy at the hobby shop just sold his Vegas edition for $700. I think that's more than what he paid for it brand new. So I told him, he didn't believe me. I told him you can get some good money for it. I wish I had it. By the way, I'm going to be picking up a TLR 4.0 buggy from him with another OS V-spec, almost perfect OS V-spec. That's what he uses. That's what he races with in his buggies. So he knows everything there is to know about the V-spec. So anyway, let me finish up the rest of these, and I know maybe it probably is not a perfect job, but it will do the job. And you just have to work on it, and you know, you'll perfect it over time. I know I used to never want to even mess with something like this. I was afraid, but now it's no big deal. Just do it. And as long as you're not risking anything touching or coming off, as long as it's on there good, you got it shrink wrapped, then you should have no problems. So again, guys, this is the way I do it. If you want to do it that way, great, there's no problem. If not, do your homework, do your research, but I think it's pretty good. Alright people, I'm out of here until we do the Badlands. We'll talk to y'all after a while.